Well, as you can see, this roof lighting needs to come off, so I think I'm going to start removing that, and then we're going to go do skids. It snowed last night, so I don't want to work on my car, but luckily I can just turn it on and put the heaters on, so finally got some inside work today. So as you can see, it's quite dark now, but honestly, man, it is so much better. It's good. I don't know why they don't put headliners black on all the BMWs. Obviously it's a tactic for the make more money, but it's less distracting because you can only see out the windscreen. It's darker in here. Just looks so much more classy. Also, I don't know if it's an LCI thing, but you can see there's LEDs in there. I don't know, I'm going to test them anyway because I've got factory yellow bulbs, and I thought for filming, if the LEDs light the interior up more, it'll be good because then I've got some sort of artificial light. You've seen in the previous videos, the footage was all grainy and shit. Anyway, I'm going to finish doing this, and then I got a little treat too.
My heart dropped when they brought them TNT vans up. Now we getting caught by them TNC cameras. Barely made it, we succeeded with the least chances. My team got a will strong enough to beat cancer.
Well, it's the next day. I'm just heading out, doing a little engine removal on a Forester for a mate, and started snowing a bit. It's a bit slushy where I am right now, but there's a river I'm trying to get across, and every little hamlet and town I go into is flooded. Apparently there's houses and shit flooded. I'm in the Midlands at the minute, so what's taken about an hour and a half was only a 45-minute drive on maps, so I keep sliding my way there, and then might even show you what's going on too. So this is today's project. Pulling out this EJ20. It's going to Sweden for a big trip this winter, which I'll probably explain at the end of the video or in the next one, but this is for one of the mates of mine who runs the organisation that's out there. So not sure what, it's run a bearing or something like that, so I'm going to get the engine out to get rebuilt, and then we're going to take the gearbox with us for about a 30-hour drive on Sunday this week. So I'm going to crack on and then see how long it takes me to get this thing out. Well, everything seems to be disconnected, so didn't take me too long, to be fair, considering lots of rusty shit in there. But hopefully get this out now without any trouble. I'm trying to do it with the gearbox still attached, which might be a bit tough, but it is a Boxer, so surely it's a bit compact. Pretty long setup. Let's see. Well, that's a big empty hole. Time lapse messed up for some reason, it didn't end up recording, so it was what, 6 hours? Took a bit longer, had to burn off a few bolts and melt a few bits, but not bad. Anyway, on to the next mission. Right, it's the next day. Can't tell, but well, you might be able to actually. My car's saying it's 6.5 degrees. Excuse all the lights, but you can see over there it's mad frosty. Sun shines on the righteous, so my yard's all good. Basically, next mission, we're gonna go catch up with my boy Harry. He's just brought a 330D E46 Touring. So same engine as this, just a couple iterations earlier, and he's manual swapping it. So we're gonna go check that out. I got a few bits. I know in the last video I was addressing that noise and shit. So obviously you've probably seen I've got the ZV E10 with the small rig stuff. I've just added this handle onto it because I've got a couple accessories down in this box that I'm going to show you. I don't have a tripod or fucking anything to hold this phone, so I'm going to bust that open and we'll do a little comparison because I've got some cool stuff for it. So this is sort of a collection of all the bits over the last couple years that I've had. Crep Protect, it's got GoPro holders and stuff in there, but the main two things is this here. So I wasn't going to go get Rode mics because I mean I don't know much about it all, but I'm not spending 300 quid on a microphone when I can go and get this Synco one, which I had heaps of reviews on YouTube, and just listening to the audio I thought it's a damn sight better than mine. So it's got 2 channels, so I've got to figure out, I don't know if I can, but if I can put that in the engine bay or by the exhaust, and then this one in the cab, 2 separate channels, and then I can make the audio sound real sick and film in the same time. But basically I'll show you in a second. I'm going to get this all set up with this camera, and then we've also got off, where did I buy this? I seen a dude reviewing it on YouTube. This is off Amazon and it's a cheap Chinese thing, but I tested it under my desk has like a glass shelf on it. So I hung it from there overnight on the small rig handle and a bunch of other accessories that I've got for it to see if it would last all night. I chucked like a hoodie underneath it in case it dropped. Went to bed, got up whatever it was 9 hours later and it was still sat there. So I'm just letting the camera charge up now, and then I'm going to set everything up, and then I guess we'll drive to Harry's and I'm going to explain to you the next trip I'm about to embark on, and you can compare phone footage. This is a iPhone 14, no mics, nothing, no coloured grading or anything like that. We'll compare it to the thing with the mic and all that shit. Anyway, I'll set that up and then we'll cut to the new one now. Right, so we're on the main camera now. There's the mic hooked up, so hopefully it sounds a bit better. As you can see, I've taken a few bits off. I had this mount down here hanging from it, which is good for when I'm outside filming, but it wouldn't let me get the camera high enough, so I swapped to the main footage now. We'll see what the quality difference is like. It's also sort of my goal this year. I look back, I think in my personal opinion, the quality of my videos has come a long way. The first video I made when I first got to England was one I did out in Caffeine and Machine, and I did have the Sony camera. Can't remember if I was using this or my GoPro, but anyway, editing was terrible. I kind of did rush it together, so watching that, and then the other day with all the traffic coming past, I explained I need to be kinder to you lot, because that audio's shit, man. I don't want to watch stuff like that, so I don't expect you guys to either. These mics weren't that expensive, and I think they're going to make a big difference, especially with a bit of tweaking on the audio, and also started getting into color grading, which should make my videos look a bit more lively. Obviously when you're in Britain and it's overcast every day, it's hard to make the colors pop, so I'll get to lock in and practice doing that too. But yeah, that brings me to the next 7 weeks. I'm actually meant to be driving out to Sweden tomorrow to a frozen lake in the middle of nowhere, like quite far up north. It's about a 4 or 5 hour drive from the Arctic Circle, so you can imagine it's quite cold. I've been out there twice already. On one road trip in September last year, we delivered about, must have been 15 E87 BMW 1 Series 125i's with a 3 litre. There was an Aston Martin Vantage and then a couple support vehicles. So basically I was invited to come and work for a company called Sweden Ice Drives, which basically there's a lake out in a place called Salin, and right now I think it's about, the last couple of days has been about minus 25 degrees, so The lake's frozen over, all the cars have studded tyres. Basically I'm out there to fix broken cars and hopefully get to drive a few of them too. So they've got a V10 R8 which is getting taken out tomorrow, a couple more 1 Series and a few other bits. So unfortunately I'm waiting for my visa and it still hasn't come through yet, so I think I'm going to have to fly out there on Thursday instead, which is a pain because I really enjoyed the drive out, even though it is about 20 odd plus hours non-stop. The last one we did, we took a longer way and I drove a 1 Series. I put some photos in now. I was in a 1 Series. They're all got liveries like Marlboro and Bastos and all the rest of it. And I've talked with Connor who runs the show and he's more than happy for me to make videos. Fortunately for you guys, I'll be able to do a bit out there. I guess it'll benefit both of us. He gets free advertising and I get to make some cool videos. I'm almost at the end of this dual carriageway and then I'm going to wind down the window and we'll test this dead cat. Hopefully I've hooked it up. This is all going to be a waste if it ain't recording right now. We'll see anyway. Right, we made it to Harry's. I'm going to reveal his lovely wagon to you. This thing's so sick. So now we've got another lad joining the M57 gang. I'll show you the interior first, it's my favourite part. So it's all grey interior, which I love. 90s. What year is it? 99. Where's the fucking... It's got Harman Kardons. It was auto. So I've come around to assist. I'm pulling this big lump out. Where is it there? So gangster. I actually low-key prefer it to that. But same. So Harry's going to be driving out to Sweden in this. This is Harry.
I am. It's my intro to the videos.
Later in February, yeah?
February the 5th. So we've got... What's the date today? The 11th. So we've not got long.
So Harry, another one of the lads, Jay and myself, and Mike, who lives down south, have decided we're going to collaborate on a new channel. I'm going to continue doing videos on this one, but this is sort of the first project of it, so I thought I'd address it and plug it to the few viewers I have at the moment. I have a feeling this will be the main focus going forward because there's going to be more opportunities for content and 3 extra cars, so, and maybe another one if I get my visa. I'll buy another one when I get home from Sweden. But yeah, this camera's going to die anyway, so I'm going to crack on. I might take you skidding on my way home this afternoon. Right, so we didn't really film much, but basically this is getting a manual conversion. We've just undone all the bell housing bolts, the prop. I'll show you everything in there. Big heavy auto box. You won't be able to see much up there, but it's all ready to come out. And this is similar. I manual converted by Skyline with my brother Liam about 10 odd years ago, and it's the same process. Gearbox out, and if you're manual swapping it, the prop shaft is going to be longer on the automatic, shorter on the automatic, so you want to get manual drive shaft and the manual box, manual pedal box, clutch and everything. The slave cylinder is slightly different on these. You don't have a master cylinder from the clutch pedal. There's a hose that goes into the brake booster, and then there's a reservoir on the slave, I think. I've not got the gearbox here to show you, but I think that's how it works anyway. I'm not really familiar. I'm unfortunately not going to be here to install it with the lads, but I'm excited to see it because this will be coming to Sweden as well. I'm just explaining the mechanicals of it. I think that's it though.
I just fucking broke the toilet. So.
Did you really?
Yeah, I just pressed the flusher and it just fucked off into the...
Lift with your back.
Fuck me. Yeah.
Right, the gearbox is out and it's 4 o'clock. As you can see, The ice hasn't thawed at all today, so pretty good day. That's manual gearbox in, but there's a fire at the well, so I don't know what the next part of this video is, but we're going to the pub now, so I'll see you soon. Right, so it's Thursday night now, it's 7 o'clock. Finally got my visa, but now, because it was such late notice, I got to train from here to Birmingham, and then I got to fly from Birmingham to Milan, Milan to Oslo, and then I got to get a train from Oslo to fuck knows where, and then I got to drive into Salin in Sweden, which is way the fuck up in the north, so I don't know how many hours I got. I'm trying to be there at like 5 p.m. tomorrow, ready for a beer, so I'm gonna cut to the chase. My suitcase is already in Sweden. I got my backpack, I got my camera. I guess this is gonna conclude the video as this last mission through like 5 different countries in 20 hours, so better get to the fucking train station. Finally made it to Norway after a week-long emotional roller coaster. 20 hours of travel across 4 countries. It's kind of nice though. I went on Sleazy Jet. Can't lie, I've done a lot of flying. It was actually one of the best flying experiences, considering how many transitions there were, I've ever had. So just waiting on one of the boys to pick me up, and then we're gonna cross into the next country, which is Sweden, which is like an hour from here, and then we got about an hour and a half after that into the desert, frozen desert. Fuck knows where he is. He said he's gonna meet me in the coach park, so might conclude the video until tomorrow morning because it's dark. There's not really much to see until we get out there, so we'll see you in the morning. Right, so it's been 2 days since I was flying. When I arrived, I went straight into a big party. So yesterday I spent the day working very ill. I'm finally here. I'm just moving this Cayman. It's quite noisy. But yeah, man, so stoked to be here finally. Just getting set up for the season, servicing cars, getting everything ready, fixing bits. I've still got to unpack everything, but probably get some B-roll, conclude this video, show you a little bit around, and then start getting ready for the season.